Hey, welcome back to Rico Rides. Today's climb is Big Cottonwood Canyon and also Guardsman Pass. Okay, so here I am making my way across the Salt Lake Valley to the mouth of Big Cottonwood Canyon. Riding with a few friends and teammates this morning. But yeah, it's a great ride just to get across the valley to the mouth. You go through some farms, small farms, and some properties with horses. And so really nice to ride through and climb a little bit to get to the mouth. Really pretty neighborhoods. But here we are just heading into the mouth, and the actual city that it starts in is Cottonwood Heights. And there's a big parking lot at the base, because up this canyon, at the end of it, will be two ski resorts, Brighton and Solitude. But yeah, it's just another great climb and canyon that I have access to. The road kind of cuts through some of the mountain at times, and lots of activity up in the canyon, runners. But I've done all kinds of things in this canyon. I've hiked, and there's good mountain biking. There's lakes, like boardwalk around a lake. I've camped up here by a lake. All kinds of stuff to do. But here we are coming through one section where it's kind of like an S curve. So kind of two quick switchbacks. And a lot of cyclists up in the canyon today, and usually there are. But yeah, just to get into some of the information about the climb, the actual climb. It's a long one, 14 miles. And the average gradient is 4.7%, but it does get steep as times. Like I think I've just kind of passed the steeper area right there. But the max gradient gets 10.3%. And in the 14 miles, you climb 3,471 feet. So that makes for a category HC. So yeah, it's a definite doozy. But it's a fun one. I like to do it at least a couple times a year. Just get out there and just climb for over an hour. My PR on it is an hour and 23 minutes, I believe. So this day that I did it was a little slower than that. But the KOM on Strava right now sits at 52 minutes and 11 seconds. So here we are, like halfway up, you get to this kind of lodge where they have a restaurant. And yeah, here's one of the areas where there's a big lake right behind this lodge. And there's a boardwalk that you can walk around the whole lake. Fun to do with families. And just to get up here when it's kind of really hot in the Salt Lake Valley, boom, come up here, short little drive or ride. The air's cooler and crisper. So yeah, there's one of the ski resorts that we pass. So now I'm getting towards the top here, and here's a turnoff. This turnoff up here, maybe you can't really tell, but yeah, it's kind of like a road that kind of gets kind of steep to the left, and you can take that, and that is how you get to what's called Guardsman Pass. And I'll show you that in a bit. But here we are I got to the top of Big Cottonwood. And then there's like a loop around the little ski village. I always like to take that little loop. Kind of ends the segment. But yeah, here we are. You're getting a kind of a view of the ski resort and the parking lot anyways. So here I am looping back to the canyon, and they have a little restaurant and lodge there, a shop. And here we are, stopped to take a break, fill up our bottles, and get ready and set off to do Guardsman. So here we go. Everyone's all rejuvenated, feeling good. For me, that wouldn't quite last. But yeah, so you descend back down a little bit, and then here's that turnoff that I showed earlier. So yeah, you come up here, and this starts the Guardsman Pass climb. And this one's really beautiful. It's kind of like an extra that I don't always do, because once you get to the top of Big Cottonwood, you're kind of tired. Maybe you got to get back home, so I don't always get up to this part because it's steeper and pretty hard, but it's always fun to do when I have time to. So this category, it's only category 2, but it is steeper. So we got 3.2 miles and max gradient's 11.9. So it might have been kind of max gradient right there where you saw her here's kind of getting pretty max, kind of moving slow. But the average is still 6.4%. In the 3.2 miles you climb just over 1,000 feet. And the KOM is 13 minutes 42 seconds, currently held by Phil Guyman, that retiree. Haven't seen that video, hopefully he makes one. What's really cool is we get up there, yeah, some great views. And but when you get to the top of Guardsman, that's how you can, you go a little farther and you can overlook Park City. But you can also overlook into another valley, the Heber Valley. And so, yeah, it's kind of famous. So I believe this was featured a couple times on the Tour of Utah on their route. But yeah, it was really hot. Actually, I was cramping up here at the top. Had to stop a bit, and so all my buddies basically all beat me. And I'm not feeling too good here. Really hurting, cramping up bad, can barely get off my bike. But yeah, once I do kind of recover after several minutes, I was able to unclip. And yeah, so just great view looking down at that's the Heber Valley right there. And this is the Wasatch Mountain Range. And right here, this is the start of a good mountain bike course. It's called the Crest, but yeah, you climb up there. You get shuttle. A lot of people shuttle up this that we've been riding up, and then you get your bike. You climb up a little bit, and you do what's called the Crest, and it's really awesome. A long downhill mountain bike, and like I say, on the right, if you were to go to the right from the Crest, that would be Park City, and then if you go into the left, this comes back down in the Salt Lake Valley. So here we are descending down Guardsman. And then we'll connect back to Big Cottonwood and descend down there. And so, yeah, another great climb in the Salt Lake Valley area that I love to do. A long, hard one, but very rewarding with the views and how hard it is to get up. So, again, I'll just let the music play out for the descent. And thanks for watching. Ride on.